During the adventurous journey of an unaccompanied, self-reliant expedition, the task is to cram the greatest amount of energy into the lowest weight and bulk. Usually, too much thought is given to achieving a variety in the menu instead of paying attention to the need for adequate intake of food and liquids. One of the first rules of thought is hydration, hydration, hydration. Water is possibly the most important part of your diet. If you are a hiker that complains of fatigue, sore muscles, inability to sleep, or general tiredness, problems using or going to the bathroom, joint pain, etc., you may be experiencing the beginning signs of dehydration. Unfortunately, water is heavy to carry. So here are some key tips for carrying your total water consumption. Consume at least 2 liters of water or liquid at breakfast, 2 liters before and during lunch, and then a final 2 liters at dinner. Your award leader will top up your water during your lunch period and have water available for you to have sufficient water at your base camp. Prior to the start of your adventurous journey, each participant must have, through the combination of their refillable water bottles, 2 liters capacity. Plan your meals ahead of time. The award website has a handy meal planning template that will allow your group to plan and prepare meals that are of your liking and will be enjoyable. The template illustrates how many meals you would need, whether you are at the bronze, silver, or gold level. For instance, at the bronze level, your group would be required to prepare one breakfast meal. Your morning snacks, you will need a minimum of 2. Your midday or lunch meal, 2. Your afternoon snack, 2. And your dinner meal, 1. And your final meal of the day would be your evening snack. The meal planning template also allows the group to decide what the menu and meals would be for those specific time periods. What your breakfast meal will be, what your lunch meals will be, what your dinner meal will be, and then your fruit and snack meals. The template also guides the participants on what the food items are, the amount that will be needed for the total group, who is responsible for bringing that food item, and the final column on the template is the amount that is used. This should be completed upon the end of the adventurous journey. Number 1, plan your meals ahead and experiment with dehydrated food meals at home and on the practice journey. Number 2, weigh and measure food well in advance of your expedition. The third helpful hint is to experiment with various powdered milks to see which one can be boiled if that is part of your meals over the course of your adventurous journey. The fourth helpful tip is plastic bags provide suitable storage for most foods, including things like butter, jams, and spreads can be messy unless kept in plastic containers or in refillable plastic tubes. The fifth helpful tip is the use of rubber bands are a safe way of securing all of your bags. You could also use metal twist tags, but those can puncture your plastic bags. The sixth helpful tip when you are considering your meal preparation is pack and waterproof all food so that it will stand up to the hammering it will receive in your rucksack or containers which are dropped, sat on, or squished during the course of an expedition. The final helpful tip is convert your drinking mug into a measuring cup by scratching a few lines in the right place for measuring when you are needing the use of water or other liquids. Don't forget, the total weight is the weight of the food plus the weight of the food, which is how you will cook it. Grocery stores carry a variety of dehydrated foods and meals, so there is no need to carry water in the form of fresh food. By agreeing in advance to the menus that are liked by all members, there will be less to carry, the food preparation will be simplified, and cooking times and fuel will be lessened. Most dehydrated foods also have the advantage of being quick and easy to prepare, needing only the addition of water and cooked very quickly. The quantities will need to be increased if the packet indicates that it will feed two. Assume that it may feed one on an expedition. Take foods which are simple to prepare. You will not have the problem of trying to keep food warm if the menu is uncomplicated. Over the course of your expedition, you must ensure that each participant receives adequate nutrients. Those include sufficient carbohydrates, sufficient proteins, and sufficient fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. Carbohydrates come in two specific forms. The first is complex carbohydrates. You can find complex carbohydrates for your adventurous journey in the form of foods such as oatmeal, pasta, rice, corn, popcorn, legumes, and any other starchy type of food product. The other type of carbohydrate is called simple carbohydrate and is what we call sugars. Those can be found in the form of candy, sugar, fruits and vegetables that you can carry along your adventurous journey. Both of these carbohydrates will provide the body with energy that will be needed to journey along the adventure. If you consume too much simple carbohydrate, this can combine with mild dehydration and can make you feel sick, which can mimic a stomach bug. Here is the recommendation. Don't indulge or overindulge on sugars during the day. Keep your sugar intake low and wait until the end of the day and have some sweets when you don't have a mind to rush and crash because you will be going to sleep. Other examples of nutrient-rich grains which will provide you with carbohydrates can be bagels, brown rice, cornflakes, tortillas, popcorn, pretzels, crackers, and noodles. The next nutrient that you should consider having quantities to provide energy would be protein. Protein usually comes from meats. Some ideal meat products are jerky and tuna. Beans, such as refried beans, is also another protein rich food, and nuts. They are essential for your body to repair the muscle and ligaments that receive a small amount of damage during the expedition. If you don't get enough protein, your body will start to break down muscle tissue despite the exercise from backpacking, resulting in a loss of muscle mass. Remember, do not overdo protein either. Your body can only process so much a day, so excessive protein intake only puts a burden on your kidney. Some examples of nutrient dense proteins to add to your expedition diet would be beans, almonds, tuna, eggs, ground beef, peanut butter, peanuts, pumpkin seeds, salmon, canned, salmon that is, shrimp, skinless chicken and turkey, sunflower seeds, etc. Again, practice, prepare the items in advance. Vitamins and minerals are also needed on the expedition journey. Your body needs minerals for burns, to aid in digestion, and to protect you from infection and all other bodily functions. Normally, if you eat a well balanced diet with a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables, milk, and meat, you'll get all you need. However, during an expedition, this isn't always possible. To supplement your diet of pure carbohydrates and protein, you need to get some dehydrated fruits and other fresh foods where you can. Prior preparation prevents poor performance.